Incirlik Pride, we're here with members of Team Incirlik's 728th Air Mobility Squadron. Operating 24/7, 365, these warriors have moved over 100,000 tons of cargo in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom since June of 2005. That's over half of all the air cargo into Iraq on nearly 3,500 combat C-17 missions. The outstanding efforts of our AMC mission partners is just one way that Team Incirlik is ensuring freedom's future.
Yeah, are you sure you have to do all this for a screensaver?
You're good on the screensaver, but I was poking around in there. Your RAM was on its last legs. You got 4 gigs now. That ought to do it. You want to give her a shot? Sure. She working?
No.
That doing anything?
No.
Besides providing you with goods and services, AAFES is also the #1 employer of military spouses and family members in Europe. Nearly 35% of AAFES Europe employees are military family members. Like other DoD employers, AAFES offers employment preference to military families. Our reinstatement program helps spouses when they move to a new installation by assisting in finding a new job. This shows AAFES is a true benefit to you and your family while stationed in Europe or anywhere in the world.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joyce Brothers. As a psychologist, I know how stressful extended deployments can be on the entire family. But keep in mind that homecoming can also be stressful. It takes time to reacquaint yourself with your spouse and especially with your children. Remember, it's a stressful time for them as well. All of us back in the United States are proud of the work we've done while deployed. I'm sure your family is proud as well. Now take the time to pull together as a family.
Who are you people? We're mutants.
Who am I? You are just a failed experiment.
We'll do everything it takes
to get your package where it's going.
You can count on us.
You bet.
Like explosives,
Poisonous materials and anything corrosive.
Fruits, plants, and trademarked items may also be restricted.
If there's any question,
Check with your local post office.
Morning, LT.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, thanks. None of these are mine.
This is a Daily News Update. I'm Petty Officer Erick Holmes. As NMCB-1's Pacific deployment comes to an end, the 23 sailors of Diego Garcia Detachment look back on their work. Projects range from Safety Department's new bus stops to MWR's new beach deck. The largest was the construction of a new TV antenna tower and transmitter building, which will ultimately provide the island with a 4th television channel. Because of DG's environment, buildings here are constructed uniquely.
You know, some of that stuff's brand new to us. It went really well. Actually, you plan it, then you get out here and do it, and it all falls together. It's really neat to see.
Aid came from the local construction company, San Juan.
They have many skilled people in different fields that were willing to help us in any aspect that we needed. Support here has been great.
For the Naval Media Center, Diego Garcia, I'm Petty Officer Erick Holmes.
When riding a motorcycle, it's never safe to assume that other drivers can see you. So here are some things you can do to help yourself stay visible. Start by wearing reflective gear on your helmet and jacket, and a reflective vest if required. And when it comes to that headlight, keep it on at all times if local laws allow it. The difference is clearly obvious. Do all you can to be seen, no matter where or when you ride.
This weekend, catch the much-awaited boxing rematch as heavyweight James Toney tries to take down Samuel Peter. See the action Sunday on AFN Sports.
I'm aiming at you right now. Can you feel it? Stu.
Did you call me Stu? Who is this?
Someone who enjoys watching you. I have a .30 caliber bolt action 700 with a Hensoldt tactical scope.
You're bluffing.
There's only one way to find out.
You shot him.
Look at all of the people, Stu.
He's the shooter.
I've seen him.
It wasn't me.
Phone Booth, primetime Tuesday on AFN Movie.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again.
Hey, Jenny. I've already got a cab if you want to ride with me.
I got my car outside. I can take both of you guys home.
I think I'm going to share a cab with you. You know... Hey, you need to ride with us. He made the right choice. So should you. It's your life, your choice. Choose wisely.
Here's a thought from Fifth Corps Safety that's sure to not knock you off your feet. Tread lightly in winter. Snow falls gently, but people don't. For safety information and resources, go to vcorps.army.mil and click on Safety.
Looking to buy a car or for a new job? Maybe you're trying to unload that old pogo stick. You can get your free classified ad in Stars and Stripes. Just click on over to www.stripes.com. And hey, it's free.
I knew what was happening.
I saw the danger.
I could have said something.
I should have done something.
I didn't listen to her.
I didn't believe him. I
could have said something. I
should have done something.
I should have done something.
But I did nothing.
I did nothing.
I did nothing.
This is an Air Force report. I'm Staff Sergeant Chris Decker. The only hydrogen production and refueling station in the Department of Defense resides in Hawaii. Petty Officer R.J. Morita was on hand when the facility received a little congressional attention.
The briefing at the hydro station was a back-and-forth question-and-answer session with the congressman wanting to find out as many facts as they could in the short time they had in the area. The hydrogen plant at Hickam is serving as both a model and a prototype for other bases in the Air Force. And while it's still in its early stages, Congressman Roscoe Bartlett recognizes the military's efforts as a responsible institution.
It's very important that we wean ourselves from fossil fuel, wean ourselves from fuel produced by countries, the President says, many of whom don't even like us. So again, I'm very pleased with what the military is doing, particularly pleased with what the Air Force is doing in leading this.
Petty Officer R.J. Morita, Hickam Air Force Base, Hawaii.
Well, Jenna started having seizures when she was 22 months old. And unfortunately, the type of seizures that Jenna has are considered a life-threatening situation.
Don Changa's daughter Jenna suffers from a rare form of epilepsy. Her condition requires round-the-clock monitoring.
an exhausting duty shared by her parents.
I just couldn't believe that with all of the latest technology that there wasn't someone out there that could help us with our particular problem.
The Changas approached the Army's Binet Laboratories for help. Scientists there applied their knowledge of gun vibrations to the science of neural networks. They developed a monitor that can be worn and would set off a remote alarm when the seizure's vibrations are detected.
My little girl wears it around her waist in this little pouch, and it's just working beautifully.
The seizure alert device provided the support the Changas needed to monitor Jenna. This device continues to be used in test study cases, with hopes of being available to the civilian market soon. A priceless benefit of military research.
When you think television, you think pictures, right? Well, there's more. Television also means radio, AFN radio. You can get up to 11 AFN radio services right on your television. Stations from back home that play rock and roll, modern rock, and hit radio, classic R&B, and country. Plus news like NPR and News Talk on the Voice channel. And sports with ESPN and Fox Sports. To find out what services you have, go to myafn.net or contact your local AFN affiliate. Tune in to AFN Radio.
You're all gonna die.
See what you did, boy. As long as we stick together, ain't nothing that we can't handle. It's all about the family. You kids okay?
Where are you taking us? Where are you taking us, sir?
People may not know what we say here tonight. By God, they'll remember what we did.
When an enemy combatant surrenders, he's out of combat.
First do no harm, no better friend, no worse enemy.
We have Geneva Convention. We have things that we fall under law that requires us to take care of our prisoner.
And once they're surrendered, when we take them in, we have a responsibility to protect them.
Enemy combatants are to be treated humanely with no distinction between them and civilians of the normal population.
Once they do surrender, they're no longer combatants. They're out of the battle.
It goes back to when you're in school, the golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated.
Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Mike Mullen and Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy Joe Campa visited sailors in Bahrain to discuss important Navy objectives during this critical time in our nation's history.
My day-to-day dealings with people throughout our country, the one message they want me to bring you is how much they appreciate your service.
During the all-hands call, McPon Campa emphasized the importance of leadership.
The one thing that's going to get us through this critical time is leadership. Leadership at all levels.
The Navy's top leaders told sailors their sacrifices are noted.
I came to visit sailors and to thank them for their service. This is a particularly challenging time of year, particularly for so many who are away from home. It's a vital region to us, and Bahrain and our relationship with this country is also vital.
For the Naval Media Center, I'm Petty Officer Terrance Jefferson.
WIC is the most successful federally funded nutritional program in the U.S. 1 out of 4 new mothers participate in WIC. WIC serves 45% of all infants born in the U.S. WIC is a cost-effective investment in health and nutrition. To locate the WIC Overseas office nearest you, call DSN 4966328.
Emergency medical technology courses offered at CTC Europe allow students to gain college credit and promotion points as they prepare for a career in emergency medicine, child care, firefighting, or law enforcement. Courses include First Responder, EMT Basic, and EMT Basic Refresher. CTC, your path to a career in emergency medical technology.
Tiki and the G-Men got off the mat and fought their way into a playoff showdown with Garcia and the NFC East champs, Giants, Eagles.
The NFL playoffs on AFN Sports.
Before you get your motor running on the Autobahn, check the speed rating on your tires. If you don't have tires made to handle high speeds, you're risking a tire blowout. Typical tires sold in the U.S. aren't designed for speeds higher than 85 miles per hour. If you want to push your vehicle over 100, you'll need a tire with a rating of at least R. But get tires rated too high for the speed you'll be going, and your car may not handle as well. For the best results, speak with a trained expert at your AAFES Car Care Center. They can make sure you get the best and safest tires for your needs.
The NFL's Wild Card Weekend kicks off as the surprising Chiefs take on Peyton Manning and the Colts. It's live Saturday at 10:30 p.m. CET, Sunday at 6:30 a.m. Japan, Korea on AFN Sports.
Predators reslide, open up! Tap wheels coming in! Go, 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 go! I bet she's been buying! She keeps buying and buying! She's lost them! I'm not buying! Bingo! We have bills and receipts. Overdue.
Just relax, let us do our job. We'll handle it. We know what we're doing.
Oh, hold on, little lady. You got my first barbecue.
Just let me keep one.
Get her out of here. This gal is a card head. A real credit card junkie. Kept having to buy more stuff to feel good. To keep that high. You know, when somebody gets hooked on plastic, things always spin out of control. Caps, we're coming after you.
From the Pentagon Channel, this is Target Lifestyle. There's a great vacation planning resource for service members and their families. Check out great travel deals, discounted tickets to attractions across the country, including Broadway shows, hotels that offer special military rates, tips for finding low airfares, plus special trip tips to make your vacation safe and fun. Just visit Army MWR for all the information. That's Target Lifestyle.
Not in my army.
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 According to regulation.
According to regulation.
And the Uniform Code.
And the Uniform Code.
Of military justice.
Of military justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Cool. Congratulations.
All soldiers are a valuable member of the Army team, and the team remains strong with the continued service of our great soldiers.
Stay with the team, Iron Soldiers.
Here's a deep thought from the 5th Floor Safety Office. The faster you drive, the sooner you'll get into an accident. For safety information and resources, go to vcorps.army.mil and click on Safety.
I can still feel his hooks in my ribs. And
taste the leather from his uppercuts. So why should I get out of the corner? Because I gladly take another 3 minutes of pain for a shot at a title. Wouldn't you?
This is an Air Force Report. I'm Staff Sergeant Chris Decker. The Air Force Smart Operations Program has taken root throughout the service, and the effort is paying off. Here's a look at one of the program's success stories.
We took the shop and we kind of did a complete 360 with it. We had a continuous line of rails where we had all the engines set up, and it just wasn't working. It was real congested and people were tripping over things like that. So we split the rails up into two systems. We have a disassembly area and an assembly area where we tear down and rebuild the engines and whatnot. It separates us, and it's safer, and it's just opened things up a lot easier. And
we have one crew with each engine that goes down this flow process that they have for us.
It's being implemented great. Everybody loves it, and I feel like it's the right way to do things. We're doing it the right way, and I can tell from the way everybody's working here that things are going good.
Part of my job as a tactical vehicle driver is to be aware of the most common causes of military vehicle accidents.
Speeding, inattention, weather conditions, tailgating. These are all scenarios that can lead to accidents.
As drivers, we train to avoid high-risk scenarios with tactics such as vehicle navigation techniques for emergency stopping and avoiding hazards.
Proper driver training is what it's all about.
Knowing what to do and when and how to do it prevents losses. It protects our lives and the lives of our fellow service members.
Supporting the Joint Warfighter is at the heart of everything we do in Air Force Space Command. We provide the high-speed satellite communications, the GPS navigation and timing signals, and the strategic deterrent backup that make our military forces the most powerful and the most effective in the world. Our space capabilities have transformed modern warfare and are absolutely vital to winning the global war on terrorism. That's why we must maintain our nation's preeminent position in space, the ultimate high ground.
The spread of avian flu can be reduced by using safe food handling practices when handling poultry products, including born illness. So cooking all food thoroughly and washing your hands and utensils will keep you and your family safe. Don't worry, and if you'd like more information, visit the Centers for Disease Control website.
Heisman winner Troy Smith leads the unstoppable Buckeyes, but the Gators are ready to shock the world.
See the national championship game Tuesday on AFN Sports.
You know, it's a good idea to safeguard certain pieces of ID, like your birth certificate, passport, your driver's license. And it's an even better idea to protect your computer passwords. Your command has policies and guidelines on how to create and maintain a password. So it's a good idea to read up on all the rules. Meanwhile, do whatever you can to make sure your computer password is safe.
Have your shipmates. It's time to get focused on our college education plan for the fall. We know as we develop leaders, building on a base of technical expertise with continuing education supplemented by the Tuition Assistance Program and the Montgomery GI Bill ensures a more capable force to meet the challenges ahead. So stop by your Navy College office and lay out your schedule. It's time to plan and execute with enthusiasm.
Tapping into and keeping up with the latest reference material is a challenging task. United States Army Publications Distribution Center Europe offers classroom and desk-side publications management training throughout Europe. Primary and alternate publications managers will learn how to effectively manage their unit's publications program, ensuring you have the right information at the right time. For details, call DSN 384-6884.
NBA season heats up as the Rockets shoot for a win against the Bulls. See it Tuesday on AFN Sports.
From military photographers deployed around the world, this is Combat Camera.
Iraqi at Camp Habaniya, west of Baghdad. The troops proudly display the Iraqi flag and unit symbols during a passing review in front of several military leaders. A few recruits are singled out for outstanding accomplishments and receive their award along with a handshake in front of the entire unit. The newest soldiers of the Iraqi Army get a chance to show their stuff with a martial arts demonstration. These are just some of the skills they'll use to defend their country. After the closing remarks, it's a reason to celebrate, and the Iraqis do it in style.
Stay right here for the next combat camera.
One in the bigger cubicle, that was not the way to go about it. Sean, what did I tell you about riding that thing in here?
Oh, that wasn't me.
All that noise, that wasn't you.
No. I heard it too. It's loud.
Get out of here.
All right, Mr. Dwyer.
Anyway, if you want to change your seat, come to me
Medicines have warning labels for a reason. Help your medicine work for you, not against you.
Lisa, I think you'd better drive this afternoon.
Senior Airman Kelly Badger and these outstanding first responders at RAF Lakenheath contribute daily to the fight against terrorism.
We're ready to respond anytime, anywhere, in any contingency. From firefighters to medics, security forces to EOD. We know how vital our job as first responders are in keeping our wing's mission going, at home and in support of the global war on terrorism.
Remember,
it's all about the team.
Bill Parcells and the Cowboys try and regroup in round one of the playoffs when they take on the Seahawks. It's live Sunday at 2 a.m. CET, 10 a.m. Japan, Korea on AFN Sports.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 easy ways to drink responsibly. First, have a good meal before you start to party. Second, pace your drinking. No more than 1 drink an hour. And third, alternate alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. So, let's review. To drink responsibly, eat before you party, pace your consumption, and alternate drinks. And here's a bonus tip. When you've had enough, stop. Stop when you've had enough. Now, isn't that a novel idea?
To all the troops returning from the war front, a hearty welcome home from your local commissary staff. All the ingredients for your home-cooked favorites are well stocked and waiting for you. To those heading downrange, we've got you covered too. Whether you take it with you as you go or send back a call for replenished supplies, we're ready to respond with name brand products at cost plus the 5% surcharge. We'll even throw in the box to mail them in.
Here's a hot tip for cold weather from FitCor Safety. Make sure your car can handle the cold. Poor winter vehicle maintenance is a non-starter. For safety information and resources, go to vcorps.army.mil and click on Safety.
R&R just got easier. Most soldiers in Operations Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom no longer need tourist visas to fly in and out of Germany. There are restrictions. Find out more at the USAREUR website.
Wayne Wade and Steve Nash collide when the Heat face the Suns. Saturday on AFN Sports.
I'm Tech Sergeant Randolph Malbia. I am stationed at Little Rock Air Force Base, Arkansas, and I'm currently at Balad Air Force Base in Iraq. I'm a flight engineer on C-130E and H models. I inspect the airplanes and make sure they're airworthy. I've been in the Air Force for 13 years. I originally enlisted to serve my country and to make a positive change in my life. I really enlisted because I enjoyed my job and I felt there was a good future in the Air Force. Well, I get to see new things and different places in the world and fly airplanes. I feel honored to be a part of something as big as Iraqi Freedom, trying to help another country be liberated and stand up on their own. I serve to make this world a better place for my children in the future and a better place for America.
Heroes, the new must-see experience. Just ask one of the 25 million who saw it. Ordinary people.
We are all connected.
Discovering extraordinary abilities.
Tell me what happened, Nathan. We both flew.
Catch the show everyone's raving about.
This is the beginning.
Heroes.
Tuesday at 7 on AFN Prime.
The thing I miss most about home, no doubt about it, my mom's chocolate chip cookies. What about you?
There's this swing on my family's back porch. I used to go out there and just listen to the quiet. It was great to be by myself.
I'm going to be out on Tuesday night until around 11. You can have the room all to yourself and enjoy the quiet.
Thanks. I'll even return the favor. Just name your night.
Here's a deep thought from the 5th Corps Safety Office. A thinking driver doesn't drink, and a drinking driver doesn't think. For safety information and resources, go to vcorps.army.mil and click on Safety.
Hello, I'm Jack Stoltz, Chief of the Army Reserve. I invite you to join our ranks. As a soldier in the Army Reserve, you can have the benefit of a civilian career while at the same time serving your country. Army Reserve soldiers receive financial and educational incentives as well as stability from deployment for those soldiers leaving active duty. Visit us at goarmyreserve.com to see how you can join the ranks of our nation's warrior citizens.
Barstool Regional Medical Center is the military's largest overseas medical facility, providing world-class care for more than 530,000 beneficiaries in the European and Central Commands.
From battle injuries to infant delivery, our joint team of healthcare professionals save lives and provides a full spectrum of care daily. Barstool Regional Medical Center is hitting home runs every day, supporting the best our nation has to offer, its warriors and families.
Thanks for your support in this joint effort.
If you're a single unaccompanied airman, 25 or under, look for this logo. It means the program was designed just for you. Being away from your loved ones can be difficult, especially during the holidays. Project Cheer events are a great way for you to get together with others and enjoy trips, sports, themed events, all to help you make the most of your leisure time in Europe. Go to projectcheer.org for more on this great program and check out the many events this Project Cheer season. USAFE Services, people first, service always.
Tom Brady and the Patriots look to dispose of the Jets in Wild Card Weekend play. See the action live Sunday at 7 p.m. CET, Monday at 3 a.m. Japan, Korea on AFN Sports.
Airmen from Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti, Africa, are bridging cultural differences through communication. Tech Sergeant Renee Crisostomo shows us how.
Almost every day at a local schoolhouse in Djibouti, volunteers from Camp Lemonnier come out to talk with students in the English discussion group. It's an opportunity for Djiboutian students to practice speaking English. It's also a chance for service members to get rid of any misunderstandings the students may have about America.
The purpose of the English discussion group is to provide a forum for U.S. military forces to engage with Djiboutian students. This is also intended to build better relationships with them and to instill the trust and confidence they have for us.
The discussions may seem short, but the volunteers leave a positive, lasting impression.
I think that the Americans are a good person and they have provided us a lot of things.
Tech Sergeant Renee Crisostomo, Camp Lemonnier, Djibouti.
When it comes to minor repairs, a little effort can go a long way. So gear up for a maintenance makeover. Whether it's repair or remodeling, at work or at home, your self-help store can get you started.
If you are living here and considering building your family through adoption, there are a few things you should know. Find out how you can change a life forever.
Research has shown that parent involvement is directly linked to student success and quality schools. Parent involvement leads to significant academic gains at all ages. Parents who ask questions and stay involved in their child's educational program see the difference. Parental involvement is essential to promoting highest student achievement. So join us and get involved in school.
Document Automation and Production Services. They deliver document and automation products and services to the Department of Defense. DAPS. It's the place to turn for your document needs.
Big game muscle, top conference clashes, prime-time players.
Count them out.
Fans on fire. The games are here.
It's the Spartans and Hawkeyes, Friday on AFN Sports.
Thank you very much.
The enemy gets 80% of his information from unsecure sources. As safe as email seems, if it's not encrypted, you can read it. The best way to avoid this threat, don't write about sensitive information in unencrypted email. When it comes to email, the enemy is watching.
Here's a deep thought from the 5th Corps Safety Office. A seatbelt can't help you if you're sitting on it. For safety information and resources, go to vcorps.army.mil and click on Safety.
It's a Big East basketball showdown as Pitt travels to the Carrier Dome for a date with Syracuse. See the...
Shoot me.
No, I can't.
Do it!
Very good.
How'd you do it?
Magic. From the director of Batman Begins. A friendship that became a rivalry.
A real magician invents something new.
I suppose you have such a trick.
That's your thing.
What happened?
It was the greatest magic trick I've ever seen. A rivalry that became a battle. He has no trick. It's real. Now, with every twist, a new secret is revealed. How does he do it? With every turn, come on, another life hangs in the balance. And nothing can prepare you for what you can't see coming. He can do what magicians pretend to do. Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Scarlett Johansson.
No more secrets.
Secrets in my life. The Prestige, directed by Christopher Nolan.
So what do you say? You, me, and Tahiti.
My passport's expired.
Just call 1-800-FED-INFO.
Wherever you are, the answers to all your government questions are never far away.
So, who's up for fondue?
Call 1-800-FED-INFO.
You cry the long night through. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I'll cry a river over you.
Marines are taught never to use any excessive force than what is required to accomplish the immediate mission.
The rules of engagement under which we operate require U.S. forces to respond proportionally to the threat that we've identified.
We try not to harm somebody if we don't have to harm somebody.
We teach proportionality in terms of using the minimum amount of force necessary to neutralize the threat.
The actions an individual Marine takes on the ground can have a huge effect on the overall mission.
Soldiers deployed to Operations Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom are making extra money in combat zone entitlements. Make that money work for you. With the Savings Deposit Plan, you can earn 10% on your investment while you're deployed. For your long-term goals, the Thrift Savings Plan can help you start your retirement plans now. Make the most of your entitlements. Log on to the USAREUR homepage, that's www.hqusareur.army.mil, and click on the finance link.
I think I'll hold on to my CD account for short term, maybe acquire some high-yield bonds. I could roll over my 401k plan. What do you think?
Find out what you need to know to survive. Visit our website.
The use of the helicopter for battlefield evacuation was one of the greatest life-saving innovations of the Korean War. One helicopter that pioneered this effort was the Army's H-13 Sioux. The first Sioux helicopters arrived in Korea in late 1950. These two-seaters were initially intended for reconnaissance and command and control. Shortly after their arrival, 4 H-13s stationed in Seoul were chosen for medevac operations. In a single month, they carried out more than 500 casualties from the battlefield. An amazing effort since they can only carry one man at a time. It took less than a year for helicopters to prove their worth in the war effort. By reducing the response time between injury and medical attention, lives were saved. In all, more than 20,000 casualties were evacuated by the H-13 during the Korean War. The H-13 Sioux, a life-saving workhorse.
December 1944. The Germans launched what became their last major counteroffensive, the Battle of the Bulge. The fighting was bitter and took a heavy toll on the Allied troops. But eventually, General Patton's 3rd Armored Division prevailed and drove the Germans out of Luxembourg. The many Americans who lost their lives in the battle are honored in the Luxembourg American Cemetery and Memorial. More than 5,000 soldiers were laid to rest here, while another 371 lie in unknown graves. General Patton, who died just months after the war ended, is also buried here, alongside the men he led into battle. Throughout the grounds, the monuments and engravings pay a grateful tribute to the soldiers who gave their lives. All who shall hereafter live in freedom will be here reminded that to these men and their comrades, we owe a debt to be paid with grateful remembrance.
Silent Drill Platoon is a precision rifle drill team comprised of 24 hand-selected infantry Marines. Silent Drill Platoon offers a lot of great opportunities for Marines. For me, I've found the biggest impact has been active duty and retired Marines.
It takes a lot of motivation, a lot of dedication. You have to really want to make it and basically put out and give it your all every day. We're looking for Marines that are dedicated, highly motivated, that like to portray the Marine Corps in a positive way.
The best part of being a part of the Silent Drill Platoon is being able to travel and perform numerous ceremonies here in the nation and abroad.
I realized that I was a lot more proud, even more proud of when I was graduating boot camp, that I was actually doing something elite in the Marine Corps.
It's no secret. In order to protect national security, information on all government computers has to be safeguarded. Whether it's a desktop PC in an office, or a laptop, or PDA in the field. And all the media used with these devices must also be kept secure, including CD-ROMs, disks, everything. If it has anything to do with computers, get smart. Put it away and lock it up.
What kept these men at their stations in the middle of total chaos then and now? It's commitment. More than just obeying orders. Commitment means working as part of a team to protect your shipmates, your ship, your country. It's one of the core values that continues to guide each and every person in the U.S. Navy.
That's really important to me. We're not like companies. We can't give those folks that work so hard for us bonuses at the end of the year or Buicks. So what can we do? Well, we can make sure that they get their qualifications and they grow personally and professionally. And I'd be remiss if I didn't stop to talk to you about safety. You're up in a war zone for 4 months, 5 months, and you're now on the way home. This is the riskiest time of the deployment. You all know that. Be safe, okay?
What's your C? Buy Stars and Stripes this Sunday and every Sunday to get your scene.
If you notice something out of the ordinary, contact the authorities right away. Stay vigilant and watch your surroundings. OPSEC, it's everyone's responsibility.
No animals were harmed in the making of this commercial.
When I'm at work, my equipment and I are always mission ready.
Patrol 10, Central. Roger out.
But when I'm off duty, I follow the same rules. This is how I own the edge, and so can you.
Driving smart means every time you get behind the wheel, you're taking your life and those around you in your hands. Driving smart means staying within speed limits and slowing down when the road conditions aren't perfect. Don't pass until you know it's clear. And many speed limits in Europe are higher than stateside limits, but that doesn't mean driving that fast is always the right or smart thing to do. Project Smart and Driving Smart affect everyone in USAFE. Drive smart, part of Project Smart. Be smart.
For a military unit to be strong and effective, everyone needs to pull together as one. But mutual trust and teamwork breaks down when sexual harassment enters the picture, affecting the entire unit. Sexual harassment, it weakens even the best of teams.
It's the show that changed lives and inspired a nation. Now, the Biggest Loser returns with contestants from all 50 states.
I can do it. I know I can do it.
Friday at 9 on AFN Prime. From the AFN Weather Center, a European weather update.
With your European weather update, I'm Staff Sergeant Jeremy Reynolds. High pressure lies off the western coast of Spain, moving east. A frontal system drives through the North Atlantic as an additional front stretches from Scandinavia to France, pushing through the central region. Two more fronts over the eastern region continue their track eastward. Zooming into the Azores, Lodges sees mostly cloudy skies. The low is 59. Tomorrow, rain drenches the region with a high of 66. Moving east, rain sets in over Keflavik, Stavanger, and Brussels. Mildenhall sees mostly cloudy skies. Friday, rain drapes across the entire region. Taking a look at Germany, rain is seen over all locations with overcast conditions. Tomorrow, rain continues with Stuttgart seeing a break with mostly cloudy skies. The highs range from 41 at Stuttgart and Grafenwehr to 46 at Spangdahlem. Over to the Med, partly to mostly cloudy skies drape across the region. The lows range from 27 to 47. Friday, rain rolls over Tuzla, Naples, and Skopje. Fair sky 5 at Skopje to 60 at La Maddalena. Sliding east, rain soaks the region while Sarajevo and Camp Bondsteel see mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, rain continues over Budapest and Incirlik and moves over Sarajevo. Partly to mostly cloudy skies stretch over the remaining locations. That's your European weather update. I'm Staff Sergeant Jeremy Reynolds from the Air Force Weather Agency's AFN Weather Center.
Watch this one episode of Invasion, and you'll know what you've been missing.
I want our baby to be safe. This doesn't feel safe. What happens in the water?
We still don't know that they're aliens.
I know you know what I am. At least you think you do.
Oh, God. Oh, God. It's in the house.
An all-new Invasion.
Friday, 8 p.m., AFN Spectrum.
At Europe Army Regional Medical Command, our mission is your health. We're focused on keeping all of our beneficiaries healthy, active duty service members and their families, as well as retirees and DoD civilians and their family members. We are dedicated to deploying a healthy fighting force and a highly equipped and trained medical force. It's our job to ensure America's sons and daughters are protected on and off the battlefield. Europe Army Regional Medical Command, caring for our nation's best. Medics forward. Any mission, anywhere.
There's a lot of changes when you move to Europe, but you could be in for a big shock if you try plugging things in with only an adapter plug. You first need to check to see if your electronic device automatically converts from the American 110 voltage to the European 220. If so, just the adapter plug is fine. Otherwise, you'll need a transformer or converter. Check your appliance for how many watts you need. Your local exchange has everything you need to settle in, from transformers and adapters to both 110 and 220 appliances.
What do you mean I haven't been reimbursed yet? Because I don't have a fun site on my travel voucher?
Sorry, sir. Every TDY voucher must include a fun site before it can be processed.
Submitting a travel voucher without a fun site is the #1 reason why travel vouchers are returned to customers. The second most common mistake is filing a travel voucher from orders that haven't been authenticated. Contact your local finance office for more information.
The JMRC continues its training transformation with the introduction of 2 new leader training courses. The Urban Breachers course is focused on training the technical fundamentals of mechanical, ballistic, and explosive breaching. The JMRC's Close Quarters Combat course is designed to train unit leaders in the fundamentals of urban combat. JMRC, training tomorrow's warriors today.
Question: what's it take to succeed in today's world? The right connections. The Joint Communications Unit makes them every day, on land, on the sea, and in the air. Now DoD's finest communicators are searching the services for aggressive, talented personnel who live for a challenge. Think you have what it takes? Then go to jcuonline.org and connect with your future.
Life happens. Marriage, having children, a new address, a promotion. To better serve you, TRICARE needs to know. Be sure to update your DEERS information. It's your responsibility. For more information, go to tricare.osd.mil.
The Book, your source for facts and figures about your Air Force. In the annual almanac issue of Airman Magazine. Subscribe today.
Got the hair, but I'm not one of you people. They'll never recognize you.
Scrubs, 7:30 p.m. Sundays, AFN Spectrum.
This is a 60-second Army Now from the Soldiers Media Center. I'm Sergeant Dan Wiltshire. A combat lifesaver from Fort Lewis is honored for saving civilians. Sergeant Moises Martinez was awarded the highest non-combat medal, the Soldier's Medal, for saving the lives of a man and several children in a 2005 mall shooting. Secretary of the Army Dr. Francis Harvey pinned the medal on a surprised Martinez, who said he never expected this much attention. Dr. Harvey added that Sergeant Martinez demonstrated that he is strong enough to always do the right thing, however difficult the path. Other service members are also doing the right thing by donating blood. In fact, 20% more military members are giving up a pint of the life-saving fluid than last year. According to officials, that's 15% more than the civilian populace. Currently, there are 18 military stateside blood donor centers and 4 overseas centers. That's an Army Now from the Soldiers Media Center, Washington.
This is a daily news update. I'm Petty Officer Shantae Hinkle. Take some country music, a dash of rock and roll, mix it, and you have the Skylar Spencer Band. Spencer and her group ended their Pacific tour of military bases by entertaining sailors stationed on Diego Garcia with a 4-night series of performances.
Been that great just to meet the men and women that serve our country and just to talk with them and, you know, to hear their stories.
Tour members said playing for the armed forces was a win-win situation for everyone.
And washes the other. I mean, you guys take care of us at home, and it's an honor to be able to help wash the other hand.
From Diego Garcia for the Naval Media Center, I'm Petty Officer Shante Hinkle.
Let's go!
Cuba Gooding Jr. stars in Snow Dogs, Sunday night on AFN Movie.
Self-Help offers you the supplies and expertise you need to make minor repairs and improvements in your housing. Whether you live in barracks or family quarters, you don't need to wait on smaller projects. Painting a bedroom, fixing a leaky faucet, or doing a little landscaping can pay dividends for your family and neighbors now. It's as simple as a trip to the Self-Help. Check it out and see what a difference you can make where you live.
How does your education measure up to Central Texas College? They've got vo-tech courses in a variety of fast-growing fields, caring faculty, and flexible scheduling. See your CTC field representative and make your education measure up.
How was the trip down south? I came here to thank you personally. The guidance that I sent to your commanding officer was go down to West Africa and do good. We rebuilt schoolhouses. We got a lot of work that normally a lot of us have never had a chance to do.
I was very happy. The biggest question that were asked more often than anything else was, when are you coming back?
Thanks, folks. I appreciate it.
The dietary guidelines tell us to vary our veggies for optimal health. Eat more dark green vegetables like broccoli, greens, and spinach, and dark orange ones like carrots and sweet potatoes. Include beans like pintos, kidney, and black beans now and then, and throw in some lentils and split peas. They make wonderful soups. Vegetables are very low in calories and very high in important nutrients and fiber, so enjoy some at every meal. It's your choice. Make